Jordan has reason to be concerned about the movement of ISIS fighters. Of course, areas controlled by the Sunni militant group in Iraq stretch to a key border crossing into Jordan. Reports say Amman sending reinforcements to the Karama border crossing. There are conflicting reports as to who is in control on the Iraqi side. Well, let's learn what's at stake for Jordan here. We're joined by the Foreign Minister, Nasser Judah. And, sir, as we start, let's clear this up. Who do you understand to be in control of the treble border crossing between Iraq and Jordan?
Well, Becky, I missed the first part of your show, but I assume that you're expressing concern on our behalf as to who controls the border on the other side. Don't forget that we've had serious problems in the western part of Iraq, in Anbar, for a number of years now, and we are fully in control of our border. And let us not forget that we have much trouble going on in Syria along a 380-kilometer border with Jordan. We're again fully in control of that situation on our side of the border. What happens on the other side, of course, is beyond our control, but we're very, very vigilant, and we're keeping a very close watch. But Jordan, as in terms of its stability and in terms of security, is quite fine.
Can I ask you then what your security forces are witnessing from your side of the border?
There's obviously problems going on, and I said earlier that this is not new. I think the recent developments and the snowballing of what's happening in all of northern and northwestern Iraq is a continuation, obviously, of what's been happening for a while. And we're obviously continuing to call for an inclusive political process that takes into account all the components of Iraqi society. I think recently people have been hearing about ISIL and what ISIL has done, but the problem is much larger than that. This is just another week for Jordan and its long history. We've seen our region historically over the last 100 years of modern contemporary Jordan, with coups d'etats and revolutions and wars and civil wars and upheavals and extremism and terrorism all around us. And thank God for the stability we enjoy. But there's a lot going on in Iraq, and we've been saying that it's not just about extremism and terrorism, which we've been warning against for the last couple of years, but it's also about the dynamics within Iraq.
What do you fear most?
I'm sorry?
What do you fear most at this point?
What we fear as part of the region, I mean, as far as Jordan and the immediate danger, I mean, it's not affecting us only. We've been saying for a while that the rise and spread of extremism and the politics of exclusivity will threaten the security of the entire region. I mean, I was talking to Secretary of State Kerry just before he went to Baghdad yesterday, and Erbil obviously today, when he passed through Amman a couple of nights ago, and we obviously share the same concerns. But we in Jordan have been saying for a couple of years now that what you're seeing in Syria and what you've recently been seeing in Iraq is a continuation of what we've seen in Western Iraq for a couple of years, is all fueling this ethnic and sectarian violence, but also the clear and present danger of the rise and spread of extremism and terrorism. So I think this is something that has to be addressed by all of us.